just like a couple homies kicking it, trying to make music and shit. So that never really went anywhere, but I met them through the White Elephant shit.
Yeah, when there's cons, there's pros, my G. I mean, given that the bullshit comes through, like you definitely be able to like connect and like meet all these other people, and it's pretty tight too. I mean, I'm not only had that experience at White Elephant, but even going to shows like at Avalon or Exchange, Yost Theater. You know, back when it was White Rabbit Group.
Dude, they're opening the Yost again.
Yeah, we're going
Did you
back.
guys see that shit? Yeah. They're opening the fucking Yost again, bro. I'm so excited for that shit. Oh, dude.
Oh, you never gone to Yost Theater?
It's an experience.
Yeah, I've not experienced EDM like you will at the Yost Theater. I'm gonna just say it like that, dude.
I bet. No, I mean, I've like growing up, like I've always wanted, but like I just never made it there. I grew out. Because I liked EDM when I was like younger, and then I grew out of it. I got into hip hop, my hip hop phase, whatever, and I just grew back into EDM again. And
all right,
we're here.
No, yeah, fucking yeah. Whenever the first show is for the Yost Theater, we definitely need to.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone's just got to go to the first show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be packed, bro. Hella people.
No, dude, it's gonna be
for sure.
Like when Ticket Link goes available, like you better be on the phone type shit. Like
yeah, it's gonna be wild. Like it's just a nostalgic thing for a lot of people at this point. Like when you think of the Yost, you just think of all these underground bass artists. Like,
see, I only ever went there one time. I caught like one of the last shows. Yeah.
Oh, word, all right.
Yeah, on some sappy like whack shit too. I asked my girl to be like my girlfriend at the Yost.
Oh,
the one show that I went to, but so that's why like I know that venue so well. And then I just remember they stopped throwing shows there. But everybody used to tell me like the fucking Yost is where it went down, dude. Like that's where there was so many bass shows there.
All the lineups just there.
Yeah, I remember walking out, and then you get one of those taco trucks out there, and then you just be smacking on a fucking taco right after the sets and shit.
That's the best thing about the venues out here, bro. Every single one of them, dog. There's always either a food truck or like a little hot dog thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, let me get it.
So for you, like, what's your go-to like for late night street food? Is it tacos, hot dogs?
Oh, the dog, dude. Wrapped in bacon. Yeah, hell yeah,
Okay.
dude. Especially too if I ever go to like one of the Insomniac festivals because they got the carts on the whole way down to walking out.
Everyone's just lined up.
I'm always snagging those.
Hey, they got this competition in that hot dog things, bro. I've been seeing like a line of them, just
let
me clapping at you. Like,
let me ask y'all this though. Do you think how you be seeing some of them carts and they got like the letter on there?
Yeah,
like the food grade, do they really get fucking inspected for that shit?
I don't know.
I feel like they just print that shit.
That's funny.
I feel like they just print that shit.
Honestly, wouldn't trust a taco or hot dog cart that does have some shit like that. Like, I don't know. It seems too sketch to me.
Yeah.
Like, just keep it OG. But who knows? Maybe,
I know what I'm here for.
Right. I know the consequences and the benefits of this.
Like, I know you're not out here washing your hands. You feel me? Like,
oh, fuck. No. Maybe every once in a while, but
the hot dogs are banging though, for sure.
Now the grill burns off all the bacteria. You're good.
Facts. And you know what I fuck with too is like a hot dog is not something that you really be like pulling up to like fast food places and shit. Like burgers, you get burgers at fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
But like a hot dog, the only like hot dog place they got is that like Wiener Schnitzel spot. And
that's like chili dogs and shit though. That's not really like
I ain't never even been there. That place looks disgusting.
Yeah, that's my childhood.
The chili cheese fries are gas.
Yeah.
I bet.
I mean, I ain't from out here, so
if
I like eating it growing up, I'd probably be like, yeah, this shit slaps.
Bro, they have pineapple lemonade. That's fucking fine.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I haven't been there in so long.
Dang.
Dude, the hot dogs are like $8 now. Like I seen people selling it for like when you go out like an Insomniac show. Yeah. I'm starting to see I see pictures.
Inflation. There's a war going on, man.
They're like these ticket prices are going up. The street food's going up too, bro.
Oh yeah.
Did you get any hot dogs or tacos last night from the show?
Not last night. No, I was just trying to go home, dude.
All right, got you.
Yeah, because we stayed there till the end, and then everybody was just chopping it up. And I think the way that I left too, there might have been something on the right, but the way that I left, there wasn't nobody out there because it was already like 2:30, so this was like already well already past late. Yeah, shit was closed. Yeah.
What's up? How'd the show go?
It was fun, bro. Honestly, shout out Spiral Dreams for that shit. You guys got to start going to their shows because I think they're a newer company, so they're trying to throw more shows and just work with with more artists, and they're fucking legit. But the show was fun, dude. USAYBFLOW killed it. All the fucking homies was there. Like, it was a good ass time for sure.
I heard a tweet, or I heard a tweet. I seen a tweet from last night. It said, "I've never." I guess this person went to the show last night. He's like, "I have never heard so many doubles, triples in my entire life. Holy shit!"
Yeah.
The word of the day is USAYBFLOW. And the first time I heard about USAYBFLOW was during COVID, and he was doing a lot of these live streams, and like he had like his like little clips of doing the double, triple drops,
dope.
and
he was going ham.
Yeah, and he's from Canada, I believe.
Yeah.
So he came over here. This is like
he's doing
one
a
of his
tour
first.
right now.
Yeah, this is part of his tour right now. So you guys can head over to his page. It might be playing in a city here near you in America.
Maybe,
so
yeah, I don't know where else. I know he just started. Like,
so was that his first stop or?
No, he's played like maybe like 5 other stops for the
Okay.
past couple of weekends. But this was first time ever in LA, first
sick.
LA show.
Shit.
So
That
yeah,
must
he
have
was
been
cool as
wild,
fuck
man.
too. I chopped it up with him a bunch, and like he was hella humble, super dope. Like, gave props whenever I got off and everything. So I talked to him like before and after my set, after the show. Like, yeah, he was cool. He stayed around, met some fans and shit too. So it was like dope to see. You know what I mean? Like somebody like he's super appreciative of what it is, like what he has right now. But yeah, he blew up over COVID from them videos and shit for sure. Like, but it's cool because he's like getting into producing and stuff too. So he's like diving head in to all of it, and it definitely seems like he takes the shit seriously.
yeah, I don't think I can ever get to that level of like doubles and triples. Like he has that shit to the dot. Like I've seen his clips.
a
I'm
lot
like,
of
God
practice, a lot of grind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Straight
do you
at
do
it all
any
day.
doubles, triples?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with doubles. I don't know why I don't go triples, but I just have 2 decks and I'm just used to my own flow. So, but like, honestly, when I do have the 3rd deck, like on the stage, I test it, and if it goes, it goes. If not, like, oh well. But like, yeah, I do. It's pretty fun.
Nice. And then for those that are tuning in and listening and don't really know exactly what we're talking about when it comes to doubles and triples, essentially when you're DJing a particular style, especially like dubstep or rhythm, you definitely want to have like at least 2 tracks playing at the same time, drops hitting at the same time, and you're pretty much just chopping the volumes between each track maybe every quarter, maybe every half. Like it's just depending on what kind of chopping routine, chopping style you're going with.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty much it when people are saying, "Oh yeah, I did that double, or I did that triple, I did that fifth drupal, or whatever." I mean, I don't even know if that's a word.
It's like
Dude, they
creating
got-
another song.
Well, they got that new mixer. They got 6 channels on.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh shit, is that already
yeah.
out?
Yeah, it's out
Oh
for sure.
damn.
Yeah, they got the Pioneer mixer. They got 6
Yeah,
channels.
that's
on
a
it.
thing. That's funny.
fucking wild.
But I think that's like made for, because you know how they got the sampler. I don't know if y'all ever seen that shit, but it literally is like same size as a CDJ except it's a sampler.
Hmm.
And
think
then
I
they got
have.
some other shit too. So I mean,
I think I have.
there's some weird ass artists be doing some crazy shit with some equipment. But yeah, Riddim is it's fun. I mean, a lot of the music too is meant for like
For
that.
Yeah.
So like the songs are super simple whenever you just listen to them by themselves. But then when you start fucking playing them 2, 3, 4 at a time, like that's whenever you start to feel it and you get caught up in a groove and shit.
And I think also too, Riddim has stepped its game up the past couple years.
Facts.
Like I
Yeah.
think, and like especially when you have producers like, I've repeated this like for sure, like Automate, Ulisal, Akios.
Yes.
A bunch of these people are just like revolutionizing,
I agree.
stepping it up like in Riddim. And there's a lot more artists. Like there's just so many
facts.
down the list. But for sure, like I've definitely have been impressed with the state of Riddim from the first time I heard it. Like you said, like a lot of times it's just kind of gone just simple and like just on that quarter note repetitiveness. And like a lot of people that come from like listen to like a lot much more melodic stuff like Big Room or like from that era, it's like gotta get used to that kind of style.
The melodic wave is really cool that's happening right now. And that's why I've been making some tunes too.
Like the
some
color-based
melodic
future
tunes.
rhythm
Yeah,
stuff?
color-based future rhythm, melodic rhythm. Like, yeah, it's all kind of meshed into the same thing. But I feel like it's like such a refreshing sound to the genre.
It
like
is.
literally whenever I started hearing it, I was like, dude, this is like I'm listening to dubstep for the first time again.
I feel like when I listen to like future rhythm, it's like I'm listening to like future bass all over, like that whole like future bass
Yeah.
movement. It's like that all over again, but like rhythm. And
Yeah.
it sounds like I don't
With
know.
the offbeat drums and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it sounds clean.
Yeah.
It's starting to make like it adds more emotion to like the whole like rhythm genre in general.
Facts.
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like Papa Khan too. He started doing that shit. Ace
Yeah.
Aura, Chime and Ace Aura, to my like understanding, were pretty much like the first people doing it. Especially Chime. I think Chime was really like.
I gotta give credit to Ben's mixer.
Oh,
With-
Ben's
with
Mixer
the-
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
he-
Ben's Mixer's
yeah.
like style. That was like
With the
before it was
melodic,
even.
like, before,
yeah.
It was just rhythm still, you know.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to
That's some
remember
OG shit.
who was doing Future Rhythm when I first listened to Future Rhythm. I mean, I would kind of consider Ulusal.
That's the person.
Yeah, I think Ulusal, like, you know,
Ulusal
but
for
he
me,
wouldn't-
Yeah,
he
like it
wouldn't-
happened quick. Like a
Yeah.
bunch of artists just started doing
I think
it.
when
Yeah.
Papa Khan started dropping stuff, like that's when they started labeling it like
Future Rhythm?
That's when it got
Yeah,
the label. I
you're
feel.
right. You're right. That's
Like
like
around
label.
Papa Khan started blowing up and all that stuff.
yeah,
so-
because when Ulusal was like getting his,
It wasn't
Ulusal
labeled
for
as Future
sure.
Rhythm. It was just like
It was-
different.
they were still trying to figure some shit out for the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's Future Rhythm.
Or the blogs were calling it forward thinking bass music.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought we will run with that.
Yeah, because then he has HUSKI on now, which is his
Mhm.
label,
Yeah,
which
and-
is just always pumping out heat. And it's like really cool stuff that they're putting out all the time. And I remember too when Ace Aura first dropped the clip of Coma, and this was before like he even said the name of the song. I literally fell asleep that night with that clip just on repeat in my headphones. And like I probably listened to it, it just played like while I fell asleep. Cause I was like, this is the craziest shit that I've ever fucking heard in my life. Like, what the fuck is this? And I remember like a week later, this one Sunday, I was on Discord with my homie Slade. It was this dude I went to school with at Icon. And we were just doing sound design shit. And I was like, I have to figure out how this sound is made. And that was what led me in to start like making more melodic shit. Because I just like discovered new techniques to make like more melodic sounding like bass noises. And it was cool because it was just like taking like rhythm basses and doing like kind of like resonance sound design with them. So anything that's gonna like add resonance or tone or like vocoding with chords over it. And it's weird because it sounds dope on bass sounds. And that's where like this whole sound design is like rooted from, is doing this more melodic shit. Virtual Riot too is like, he just showed some
Yeah.
plugin. I fucking forget what the name of it is. I haven't got it yet, but he put this one plugin on his song and just put it over his basses, and that was all that he did. And it just like instantly changed it to like a future rhythm too. That's on his album.
Damn.
No idea what the song is called though. So
I'm
sorry
absolutely
about
into that plugin for sure. Cause I've been getting my feet a little bit wet, like within that style. It's not where I wanted to, like the future rhythm, but I've definitely been digging that shit a lot. The color base,
Yeah, it's fun.
and it shit's pretty tight.
Well,
And-
you're not on Ableton though, huh?
No,
You're on
I'm an
FL.
FL. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about
FL
you,
gang.
Isaac?
FL
FL
gang.
FL
Oh,
gang?
yeah,
Yeah,
FL.
word, all right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
I
gang.
started on Ableton though. So,
Really?
But I,
Oh, word.
yeah, I
Oh,
went,
interesting. Okay.
That
yeah,
is
I went my way to Reason and then I went to FL.
Oh,
It's funny. I don't know. It just happened.
FL was the one you were like,
Yeah.
yeah, bet.
Yeah.
How long
Oh,
did you work
shit.
in Reason for?
I was on there for like a good year.
Oh,
Like a
sweat.
solid year. And then
Okay.
Reason Rat came out. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, yo, I could use
Yeah,
this on a
dude.
different DAW.
Yeah.
And like FL was the one. Because honestly, at the time too, it was cheaper. And I was like, yeah, I want the full version.
Uh-huh.
So I just got it and everything. And I was like, all right, I'm going to stick with this. And yeah, ever since then. And I see like a lot of the artists that I like, they use like FL too. And I'm like, I don't know. I just get that confident head. Like, okay, like FL's good. Like, yeah.
In what year was it that you were like, yeah, I'm gonna start producing for reals, like take it serious, and then what DAW were you using at that point?
When I actually wanted to start making like music, that was 2019, and that's when I got Reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I seen like a lot of the OG like artists they're using Reason, so I was like,
Uh-huh.
I want that sound, and Maelstrom was a thing, and like I was like, okay, I want that plugin.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, and I just went with it.
And then, what artists did you see use FL that you're like, shit, maybe I should use FL?
It was like Akios and Neonics,
Okay.
like a lot of others.
The rhythm.
Murda.
people.
Murda
Yeah,
fucking
Murda
FL
uses that,
and
yeah.
Amplifier.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Papa Khan use FL Studio?
Yes,
Papa Khan
yeah.
uses
Papa
FL.
Khan.
Yep.
He's a cool
Yeah,
dude. I
nice.
bought his jump packs and he put like a template for me, so I got to see.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it was
so
a collab, but like I forgot who the artist was, but yeah, it was cool. It was just like a cool template. I got to look at it, so it was cool.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, big shout out to templates. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude.
Like, if you want to get a good idea of like how to write out a song in that particular style, like download a template from an artist similar to the genre that you want to make, and
Yeah.
it'll show you like a good idea of like, oh, like you can make an intro like
Yeah.
this is like where the levels are sitting at, and like,
Mhm.
no, big shout out to templates and like production companies that put out that kind of content because it helps out a lot of
Definitely.
new time
It's-
producers are
It's
trying to-
perfect for referencing too. Perfect
Yeah.
for referencing. So like that's a big key.
Especially too, like the more that you learn, and then you see the templates,
Mm-hmm.
you're like able to really like realize like, oh shit, this is all that they're like setting it up this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes too, if you use them at first, like you're like, what the fuck is going on? And they're an easy tool to like help you kind of like guide you with what you need to do. But it only gets better as you like learn more because then you can start to tweak them to your like workflow,
Yeah.
which is dope.
Yeah.
And if you're ever trying to learn new genres, like it's just money. You just fucking pop open a template and it's like, boom, I'm a fucking future bass king now.
Facts, man, facts.
What do y'all think the easiest genre to make is?
Easiest.
Yeah.
Besides Jersey Club,
Just, in EDM or like in general.
I guess in general. Or both.
I think in dance music,
I feel like dance music is generally easier to make than like
Yeah.
real music. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
for sure, for sure. This is a good question.
It is.
Some form of house. I think something at 128 BPM. I think.
Yeah, I think when it comes to right now, I think house can be a bit more. I don't want to. I don't want.
It's very subjective.
I don't want
That's
to say the
why,
word
like,
easier. I just feel
Yeah.
like I just feel like a lot of genres. There's certain like minimum like noise going on
Yeah.
in that particular genre.
Yeah.
Like dubstep, there's a lot of noise happening. Like the majority of tracks,
Mhm.
like boom, boom, boom. So you're dealing with a lot of tracks in the mix. You're dealing with a lot of synths. You're dealing with a lot of
Yeah.
like basses, a lot of compression. But let's say for house, you're not like maybe it doesn't have to get very like complicated. You could just run like a sick bass line, a kick, clap,
Change the groove. 8
change your
bars.
groove, yeah. And you're literally just like 5-6 tracks
Yeah.
that you gotta just worry about. I was supposed to work on a dubstep track, where the standard in dubstep it's like,
It's like all these modulations.
Yeah,
like,
the
just-
sound design
yeah.
is what's like makes dubstep so fucking crazy.
yeah. And I'm not saying that the production standard of house music is not up there. It's definitely up there, but
Nah, yeah,
it's
for sure.
pretty diverse in sound house music where
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be very complex. So there's not that much production experience needed to make it like a house track at 128 or
agree.
130
Yeah.
or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like
I would agree too. I think with all genres, like obviously there's a standard of quality that it's like, okay, you can make the song, but like how does the song sound?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's what is with every genre is what
Definitely.
makes people pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think house is relatively easy to make.
I want to say hip hop, but like
Hip-hop.
I don't want to say it like that. Like
Oh, like instrumentals?
instrumental.
Like beats?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
the,
like
art of,
new-
the art of sampling is so sick. Just like
Yeah.
the simpleness, like boom, boom, boom.
That's just a
boom, boom.
talent.
Damn,
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
even
talent.
think about
It's-
that.
It's beautiful talent.
When it
Like,
comes to hip hop, I'd say like the trap hip hop is the easiest
Yeah.
to make. Like just with like an
that's
808
also why I got
kick
FL.
and snare.
Like just so I could
Yeah.
just hit the buttons, make my fucking
Yeah, that's
hi-hats,
kind of
like,
easy as
bam,
fuck.
make some chops here and there. Like
But when it comes to,
Yeah,
I think
it's
when it
fun.
comes to like sampling and shit like that shit's hard because like you gotta like EQ
It-
shit out.
it
and,
varies
like,
though. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
when you learn it, it's like okay, this is like piece cake.
yeah. Well, yeah, definitely.
It just depends like what you want to.
Facts.
But it's cool. Like, I don't know if y'all ever have been on the Reddit page for drum kits. If you
Yeah.
go on Reddit, yo, this
Yeah.
is a fucking plug for anybody out there.
He's
who
just
wants
putting me
drums.
on right
everyone,
now.
Yeah.
volume up right
Yeah,
now.
Wow.
yeah, for real.
I
Go
like
on
my
Reddit
R&B
right
packs
now.
and shit.
If you look on Reddit, you just go to the search page and you type in drum kits. There's a fucking group on there that's like, it has like 500,000 fucking people or whatever.
Yeah.
You just click on that, drum kits for days.
Hella drum
And like,
kits.
I'm not saying they're legal or not, but you want to go on there and hit a Google Drive link and download them. But people will go on there and do like deconstructed drum kits.
Yeah, from specific artists and stuff like that.
Yeah,
or
so-
specific tracks.
So I'm not saying I downloaded it, but I saw a Donda 2 drum kit on there.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah, and so like
Sus.
I went on the link just to listen to them, you know. I didn't download it at all. but they were sick. I was like, damn, I wish I had these.
Damn, I wish they were in my new track that's coming
Yeah.
out soon. Check it out.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's comedy as fuck.
But yeah, that page they got a bunch, and it's cool because it's a mix too. Like people will make their own shit and put it up there too. But that's like a big thing, bro. Like if you like sell samples and make like sample packs and stuff, you make a lot of fucking money doing that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Everybody always wants new samples, bro. Always.
I think the first time that I started seeing like this whole sample market was when Cymatics was doing their
Oh
whole
my
crazy
gosh,
ass like
dude.
emailing campaigns. I remember this was back
Mhm.
in like 2015, 2016. Like I started getting these emails from this group called Cymatics. Like, what the fuck? And then they'll be offering like these free sample packs. And then,
Yeah.
you know, I kind of just started seeing like where this shit was going with like how producers are making music. And I started
Mhm.
seeing like this like sudden demand for people wanting to get samples. And I saw Cymatics just like capitalizing on that. And it's crazy how big they've grown as a company too.
Yeah.
Like they're just constantly just pushing like sample packs. And I mean, I even use like their sample packs
Oh
too.
yeah,
Like,
I
their
mean,
shits
I
are
think
pretty-
everybody. Yeah, I think
bro. Like,
everybody
I mean,
has.
they've had a good
I still
influence for sure.
do. Yeah,
They definitely had a good influence in the sample market.
good and
They
bad.
they also sell
True.
templates.
Yeah,
So like
They
yeah,
were one of
they're-
the first
yeah.
people I seen sell templates out of
Yeah.
Yeah, synths like you know, synth banks from them.
I mean,
like, they have
dude,
a lot
like
of shit.
that whole
Yeah.
like movement. Like I said, I mean, it's both like there's positive and negatives
Negative,
to it,
yeah.
but it allowed people, so many new people, to fucking
Easy
get
way
into
in.
making music. Like, because the
Yeah.
thing is like not everybody wants to fucking be famous with the shit, you know? Like some people just want to make the music just to make it.
Mhm.
And so that allowed those people to just like easily fucking jump in, and it's like you don't have to fucking learn any type of synths or anything like that. You don't have to learn sound design, and it's, you know, obviously if you're trying to do this shit for a living, you need to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
But if you're not trying to do this for a living and you're just trying to make music or whatever, that shit is perfect
Yeah.
for any genre too.
Those are some of the best tracks too. Like the people that just make the music just for fun. Like I know you go to SoundCloud and you'll see like a artwork where it's just like a meme, and then it's like some like weird ass like Mario Kart but like super 808 heavy
Yeah,
type
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Those are like my favorite tracks to see. Like, and
The-
it's just someone that found FL Studios, found how to make some weird ass shit and posted it. Best tracks right there, for sure. Especially in trap music too. That's where a lot of trap producers come from. Like tracks like that, heavy 808s, and then they just learned that there was a whole genre of music, like the whole hyper bounce like genre of music comes from like that weird 808 modulation and stuff.
Mhm.
And now it's like a big ass genre out here. So I don't know, it's dope to see producers do that shit, like in general. Come from templates though, you know?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like new genres are still popping up.
Facts.
And
Yeah,
even
a
before,
lot.
like you would just think like, all right, like how are we gonna make a new genre? Like how is like everything not already been made?
Why are we not satisfied?
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it's just cool because it's like technology.
I love it. Yeah. Everything evolves.
But I'm like wondering, like, is it just gonna go like full digital now? Because EDM is like, I mean, you can incorporate analog shit, but you're pretty much digital at this point.
Yeah.
In terms of like older genres, like fucking jazz and whatever, you know what I'm saying, rock
Yeah.
and reggae and shit that's like real instrumentation.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if there's gonna be newer genres of that popping up.
True. Let me
I'm sure there is, but
let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think of the stem player, Kanye stem player? Like the whole idea behind it? Because the fact is, like you could adjust the volumes on each individual
yeah.
stems. How do you guys feel about that? Coming from producers, you know?
yeah, I think it was a genius move.
It's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fun to be able to like experience music that way.
Uh-huh.
I guess. I think, and being able to give it to someone in the public. Because most people just experience music as just a single waveform. Can't really fuck with like each individual track besides maybe going on the streaming platforms EQ. And then maybe just like trying to EQ it the way you want to hear that. But it's cool. I've seen like a lot of videos about the stem player. Like you could load any track and you'll be able to just like fucking take out. Oh, I'll do it's like fucking thing, and like you could take out the vocals, or you could just like leave it to where it's just drums. Like it's pretty badass. And
Why do you think he did that? Like for his perspective.
I mean, definitely money.
Yeah,
but not
money-
like that's not the only reason though. I think too, like, I mean, Kanye's for sure like a very fucking complex person at this point in his life, but I mean, I definitely think just like shaking up the industry. You know what I mean? And this just because it's like a few good, like really good ideas kind of all combined into one, as far as like only having his Donda 2 release on that.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
like regardless, because it's like, bro, I mean, people have been fucking leaking albums and downloading albums for free forever. So everybody was like, oh, it's gonna be so easy to be leaked. And it's like, when the fuck has it ever been hard to get leaked music? Like it never has been.
No.
So for him, even if only a fraction of the people who would have normally bought the album, which again, nobody is fucking buying albums anymore.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's selling one of those things for $200, like, dude, even if he only gets 20,000 people to buy it,
So
and obviously they sold way more than just 20,000. They sold like,
I heard he grossed over like $5 million.
yeah,
for this
easy.
shit. Yeah.
And it all money to him. No label involvement, like nobody involved.
I heard also that like just so his features get paid as well, like equally.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah,
Because
So-
he was just paying them out.
yeah,
So what like
yeah.
I'm thinking like functionality wise, like as a producer, like why would I give people the ability to fuck with the volume of my stems?
Yeah.
You know, like why do you think he did that?
I mean, I feel like if you look at it from an art perspective, like the art piece is there.
Yeah, I feel like if you're buying this from me, like do what the fuck you want with it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like interpret my music
like-
the way you interpret it. So I'm giving
Yeah.
you creative control to like
Obviously,
maybe not hear my
yeah,
voice during this
obviously
segment, or like maybe take out my drums. Like
keep the copyrights there, you know, like don't give him that much access. But like,
Yeah.
have fun with it, you know.
Okay.
Because I mean, look at him. He came up from sampling.
Yeah.
So like,
That makes sense.
you know,
That makes
yeah.
sense. Okay.
Yeah, and I think too, like, I mean, again, it's like, think about DJing. Like, DJing is a really fun way to listen to music. So that's kind of like a fun way for people to listen to music. And I mean, even if you have an inkling of
see.
rhythm,
He made
like-
it more interactive, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good way, yeah.
Got it. I see. Yeah. So see, that was my big disconnect. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure like why he would want to.
I mean, we could be
stem
wrong,
something-
but yeah, from our
but-
perspective,
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
I didn't even think about the whole like interactive part
Mhm.
about
Yeah.
it though. Now that I think about it, especially if you're selling a hardware too, like you don't want to just sell people a hardware where it's just something that plays music.
Facts.
You know? You
Yeah.
probably
Yeah, I
wanna-
mean, because it's like, not to like knock it at all, but it's like if you just look at like the stem player itself, it's just like, okay, that's a cool little
Bluetooth speaker.
thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? It's a cool little thing, but it allows you to do a little bit more and just,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay. Maybe that was like a selling point in the whole. Let me put.
Yeah,
out
that's what.
hardware.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely like I feel like I said it. I feel like it's just a bunch of like really good ideas kind of stacked
Yeah,
on top of each
definitely.
other, just into one thing. Because it's too like there's a lot of artists that are doing like weirder. I think it was it Trey Songz that did the NFT shit for his album.
I'm not sure.
It might have
I'm
been
not sure
him or
either.
Tory
somebody.
Lanez. It was Tory Lanez.
Tory
that did it.
Lanez, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tory Lanez.
So
did
Tory
it.
Lanez, yeah, he sold like an NFT to like promote his album or like fund his album, and he fucking made $1 million in
Yeah.
like literally an hour, and he was given basically like royalty payments to the owners of the NFTs.
That shit was wild.
That's badass. Hey, Limewire is coming back as an NFT platform.
What?
No, it's
no,
not.
I swear it is, bro.
That's funny.
Limewire?
It's a thing now. Yeah,
Dude,
like,
are you
they
gonna get
came
a
back.
virus from
Limewire,
buying an
meta-
NFT?
Yeah, I guess it's gonna become like a marketplace for like more musician.
marketplace?
They're saying it's gonna be more musician focused NFT marketplace because there's like open seas, right? You could buy your NFT there of like those like bored apes and shit,
Mhm.
whatever. But yeah, Limewire's gonna be an actual marketplace where you could get like particular NFTs and yeah, it's gonna be an
You kind of just
NFT.
rocked my shit,
Fucking-
right?
no, I
I'm
swear, bro.
tripping out right
Dude,
now.
I like-
mean, think
I
about
swear.
it. Think about it for a quick second. How like they could fucking capitalize
That name
on
right
that,
there
dude.
alone.
Yeah.
God
Respect.
damn.
Yeah, Limewire went with that move and yeah, that whole thing's gonna happen pretty soon.
Napster back. So
You know what's crazy going into like the whole NFT space and like meta space? They could legit bring all that shit back in that space, you know? Like, oh,
Yeah.
we're bringing back MySpace in the metaverse. Hop on, you feel
Yeah.
me? Like, all that
Let me
shit
get
could
a-
just come back.
yeah, let me get a song on my profile again.
Facts.
Put
You
your
just
own track
rebranded.
now.
Like, how has nobody done that again?
Right.
What's stopping people? That's a good question.
Let me get a top friends.
Top friend. Facts.
Damn. The
You'll
drama.
create some enemies.
The
right
drama.
there, dude. Imagine if like Twitter had a top friends. Because EDM Twitter is already
Bro.
rowdy, dog. Like EDM Twitter.
Alright,
And if it had a top 10,
who would be in sudden death's top 10? Top 5. No, fuck that. Top 5.
I think Yax will be up there.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to
Yeah,
Yax.
Yax is gonna be up there. I think so.
yeah.
So once you know someone's removed from their top 5, beef.
Oh
Automatically.
my
You think
God,
so?
bro. I mean, it's already like, dude, you know already, like, just beefs be this happening instantly, and everybody knows. If you had tops and shit,
Imagine how the drama was back then, but worse.
It was like
Just 'cause
that.
of social media's power now. Just it's easier to spread.
Hey, but sometimes you make deals in MySpace. You know, like a breezy will hit you up and be like, "Hey, like put me in your top 6, and I'll put you in my top 6."
yeah.
Bet,
Yeah,
let's do
that
it.
was the
Like,
thing.
we were negotiating.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we were
yeah.
negotiating. We were hackers. Like doing a little customized pages. Like,
That's
We were
funny.
owning people's pictures.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Y'all remember that?
holy fuck.
Yeah, hell
Damn.
yeah.
You guys just unlocked the hidden memory.
Yeah, RIP MySpace, bro.
Blank
What-
just got hacked by Carlos. What's
when,
good?
When everyone would own your picture.
Right?
Yep.
Damn, bro. I rent it out. I rent it out like
out.
a week. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, hey, like, this person
It's
can have
just
it for
leased.
the picture. Yes.
Least.
They were the first platform with emojis, bro.
Yeah.
Were they?
Facts.
Yeah, they had like the little
They did.
like sick emoji,
Yeah.
the all
True.
that
The-
shit.
yeah, how you feel
Oh my
when
gosh.
you would
dude.
tweet.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
You remember there was
MySpace.
like the websites that you could like edit your profile picture?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
And
had
then
to
you
get
would
to,
put
like-
like all the gifts
all
on
the
them
coding
and
and
like
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Envelope, bro. We were hackers like at
Oh
a young
my
age.
gosh,
man.
bro.
That shit was so lit.
Like why
You
is
had
there
music in
not-
the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time you get on it would be your song, bro.
But you had
Like,
your own your own website pretty much. Like
you gave everybody a theme song to their life. And then they took it away.
how they were feeling that month.
No,
or
yeah,
that
MySpace
day.
started taking that shit away once they started like putting more advertisements on their websites and all this shit. Like
Yeah.
they wanted to become more cleaner.
Well,
as
no,
as
I
more
think-
investors started coming in and people
Yeah,
are
I
like, oh, fuck
think-
this. Like, it's not fun no more.
I think it was just kind of one of those things where not that they were like ahead of their time, but they were the first ones. So like they caught all the slack.
Yeah.
Facebook came in and just
Yeah.
because they learned from, in a sense, I guess probably the
And
mistakes of
they continue doing that
MySpace.
until now. They're still doing that.
yeah. I mean, they just got so much money now that they're just fucking. I feel like that whole business side of like the world is just all these big ass companies just acquiring other smaller companies now
That's how it is. I mean,
and keeping those companies as is, but like we own you. So
Yeah, it's
this brings me to like a good question. Why do you start a business? What's the reason you start a business?
I feel like money, like
Money?
taxes and shit. Like if you actually like own a business, you're able to handle your taxes way differently than you would as like your personal self. Because your personal self would get taxed through the fucking ass. As a
Yeah.
business, you could start to write off like business expenses and stuff like that.
So,
And ideally, if you do it right, you can like pay no money in taxes.
so say like I started like a business, right? And then someone bought my business. How do you look at that transaction? Like, do you look at it as a win for the person who sold?
I guess it really would just depend. I mean, probably, but
Right.
it just depends on like how far can you take it. Like
Uh-huh.
because, for instance, what was it? Snapchat that got bought by Facebook, or they got
Somewhat.
bought by somebody
Yeah.
for like $2 billion or something.
And now they're worth.
And
a
now
billion.
it's worth way more. But it's like, could those dudes who originally made it fucking take it bigger?
Or
like,
would they
could they
have-
have taken it to that point, or would they have fucked up and
like a MySpace.
exactly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it just depends.
Yeah, because like I think about it, like I started a business and now someone wants to buy it, and if it's a good price point for me, why not? And then if you're that business oriented, you start another business. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And that's like I think that's the objective of making a business, making it like you said as successful.
Well, yeah,
as you
that's the
can.
thing too. Yeah, that's what some people do for sure.
Yeah,
It's like their whole thing is just to start businesses, just to sell them.
and that's their come up. You know,
Yeah.
that's and that gives you revenue to even start another business that maybe you're more passionate about. You know,
I was gonna say that. Yeah, I feel like it would really depend too on how passionate you are
because like
about it.
think about it this way: maybe your first business you start, you don't realize that it's gonna take this much effort, but you get successful at it, and then you find a niche in that business, and you're like, okay, maybe I want to focus just on this niche in this business. So then you sell it, and then now you open up that niche, you know, in that, and then just become super successful at that.
I feel like
you
people
know?
also like get tired maybe, and then there was like, all right, something refreshing.
I'm done. Yeah.
Like, okay, here, you know, give me my money.
Like
you
maybe
can have
yeah,
this.
a lot of times it's
Let's
the
try
last come
this.
up for them. Like, oh, this is like good money for me to just
Yeah.
retire at that point, or
Yeah.
like again, if you're like still want to be on the business oriented, like you
Yeah,
start another
exactly.
business and shit.
Yeah.
So,
Damn true.
Tom from MySpace, how's he sitting right
The
now?
homie.
I think
Oh,
from what I
he's-
read, he's just been doing like photography, traveling.
But he's
gotta
chilling,
be
right?
Yeah, he's
sitting
chilling,
fat.
bro.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing like
he's gotta be sitting
he doesn't
fat.
look at himself like, damn, I fucked up. I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, I did it. Like,
But
Probably
is he still
disconnected
like?
before.
Is he still affiliated with MySpace?
I don't think so. He
No.
sold.
No,
He sold that
yeah,
shit.
he sold
Okay,
that.
hell yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when
Shout out
MySpace
Tom.
changed.
Yeah.
Tom
That's
was
when
my
it started
number one.
It
changing.
became more of a music
Music.
type of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
platform.
I don't even know what the fuck that shit is.
I
Anymore.
believe they sold it to Jack Black or something like
Are you
that.
kidding
No way.
me?
So,
Nice.
someone
That's
like
funny.
that, Jack something or something Black, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was Jack Black though. I believe.
But
he bought it.
you know what's weird that like people don't think about, and I think I was in school whenever like somebody like put this thought in my head. Is those websites like there's random ass countries out in the world that are like MySpace for music type shit.
Yeah.
Or like so Facebook is the easiest one to reference, especially for you guys out here, because I know like a lot of people in LA and I guess just California in general, but like nobody uses Facebook out here. But like the rest of the fucking country still uses Facebook religiously. And then obviously the rest of the world, like there's countries and you can see this shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like some weird conspiracy theory type stuff behind it. But there's countries that if you go buy a phone, it comes pre-installed with Facebook, and people just buy phones to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
And this is like random countries, like small ass, like I don't know necessarily third world countries, but like countries
Close
that
to.
definitely don't have infrastructure like we do.
hmm
And they just get it for Facebook. And Facebook is like a huge thing. And there's even like, again, like conspiracy theory, fucking rabbit hole type shit of like Facebook basically influencing like whole like
No, that's
collapses of governments
That's
in
facts.
countries because of like propaganda and stuff. Because obviously in the States, they're fucking anal about like fake news and, you know what I mean, monitoring. And that's a huge thing going on. But these random ass other countries, like they're definitely not necessarily as involved. Because what do they have to fucking lose?
Right. Yeah.
They're making US dollars, dude.
Yeah.
Facts.
Damn, that shit is wild.
Yeah, it's pretty weird to think about. So like to go back to the MySpace thing though, like I'm wondering, like, is there like random countries that are like, yo, fuck your MySpace, bro? Like
Yeah,
still
they're still up. Yeah.
because it's still a thing. Like
Yeah, you
it
can still
is.
log in. You
Yeah,
can still like
yeah.
sign in. I actually logged in like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I tried.
And,
I don't know what happened. I think
No, yeah, I feel like all the old profile shit is gone.
Yeah, you're not making friends. You're making connections
Yeah.
on MySpace. That's what they're calling it.
And then there's some like other website too that's like a MySpace knockoff. That's like looks like OG MySpace.
MySpace 2 or something like that.
Yeah,
You
something
remember when
weird.
it came out? I think
No
you were
way.
like hype on it when it first came. We were in high school. You were like, "Hey, MySpace is coming
Oh
back."
no.
MySpace
This was like recent.
Oh,
This was
really?
like
Wait,
within the
MySpace
past
2
like,
was a
year.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
MySpace
Holy
2.
shit, that shit sounds badass.
What?
Yeah, it was just like MySpace. It was called MySpace 2.
MySpace
How
2.
come I never even
Yeah.
heard of that?
I,
That's
I
crazy.
don't know. They tried to they launched
Wait,
it, but I don't know
yeah.
if it took.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
So like back to the whole business thing. So you don't see like selling your business as like selling out.
No,
Definitely
not at all.
not.
Dude, I don't think there's like such a thing as selling out, in
No.
my opinion.
Yeah, because I
In any sense of that. Like even business, music, like I don't think there's a sense of selling out at all.
it's just making your bread.
At the end of the day,
Pretty
too,
much.
it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, dude, is that not what the fuck you're like? Is that not what everybody's trying to do? I think the
Yeah.
only time people
At the
think
end of the
people
day,
sell
right?
out is like when they're like, oh, they're fucking like people are just jealous, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think sellout is just a term that people use for hate. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, nothing.
you
it
literally
makes no
had a-
if
sense. Like,
if
why the
you're in your own
yeah.
business and you're doing what you want, and you're happy. Like, how's that you selling out?
Right, I
don't
did
know,
what
I
I
feel like
wanted to. This is
You're just like,
success.
this is my dream. Like,
I lived it.
Exactly,
Bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And it goes back to the things like good things don't last forever, you know? And,
Nothing-
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
nothing
I
lasts
mean,
forever.
dude, that's the thing is like if we
exactly.
don't, especially in this industry, like if you don't
Capitalize.
capitalize quickly,
Yep.
as quickly as you can, like, dude, you gotta really fucking think, especially in like the smaller genres of EDM. Like house is a lot bigger in terms of like money that's involved with it because house is really
Everywhere.
fucking big all over.
Yeah.
A lot of EDM genres have like niche communities in certain places.
Mhm.
And then like something like house is like
South America's
pretty
big
much
in
anywhere you
house.
go, like you can just play house and people are gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
But like, dude, if you don't capitalize quick and like actually make like some real fucking money, what are you gonna do in 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Because eventually, like, I mean, unless you're really making waves and you're like fucking
Dead Mouse.
Deadmau5 or Excision or Cascade or Carl Cox
Well,
or
but see, even
Diplo, like people like that, they're gonna play for fucking ever. But like most people, what are you gonna do when you're fucking 40?
exactly. Yeah.
Do you have enough money to live till you're 80?
See, and that's
True.
that's why those names that you just named are those names because they're not just music. They branched out. Like their
Yeah.
brand branched out into
Yeah.
other shit. You know, so it's like they went into other businesses. Yeah, they started in EDM or music, but they branched out into a bunch of other things. They did advertisements for a bunch of other things. They're using their brand name now
Mhm.
Yep.
for their business.
And
type
yeah,
shit.
and
agree.
people will consider like if you do some shit like that, they will be like, "Oh, you're fucking selling out."
No, this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and it's like, no, dude, I'm trying to fucking
Like,
build
no
my
one's to tell
retirement,
you
dog.
that you're
Like,
selling out.
Yeah.
So .com didn't sell out with Marshmello.
that
We
was
good,
like
we good.
probably
Yeah,
one of
we're
the
good.
most genius moves that anybody could have made, dog. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Facts though.
Yeah, that was the best rebrand ever. I
Ever,
think.
dude.
Ever.
I mean, plus look at it like this way. He has like a whole different crowd now. He has the kids. Like,
Oh my
money,
fucking
money.
god,
Like
dude.
he has,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, kids are like,
Especially
and they
after
believe
Fortnite.
hit that shit.
yeah,
bro. And
they
I'm
think
like,
he's a
what?
marshmallow. Like, no, but for real, like kids.
Wait, me for real?
No, I don't know.
No,
Probably.
man.
It's probably like a 3-year-old that's like, yo,
Nah,
he's a real
true.
ass
It's like,
marshmallow.
yeah,
Like, what
Had
the
me
fuck?
choking
No,
right
bro.
here almost.
Like, okay, I used to like do work at elementary school and work with elementary kids and whatnot. And they used to watch Marshmello videos on
Oh,
YouTube all
yeah.
the time. And they believed all his music videos. They're like, yeah, I really like Marshmello as a DJ because like he's just an outcast and like he's just by himself. And you know, no one really understand like
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, you guys really like feel like it
Like
was,
y'all
it
don't
was
even know
such a
this is .com
genius
and
move.
shit.
Dude,
yeah,
you
and
know-
I'm like, you don't even know.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is this shit is so funny. My girl's friend, Becca, this is one of my really good homegirls. I've known her since like I met my girl and I was like right whenever I moved out here. She is a teacher and she works at like a little elementary school. And so the one day they had like a fucking career day. And so you already know Milkman pulled up as a fucking DJ and producer and shit. And my
Let's
girl
go.
does makeup too. So
Okay.
and Becca, she gets down, dog. Like she goes to shows and shit. Becca's a fucking real one. And it's so funny that she's like an elementary teacher. So I pulled up with like my controller. I
That's
brought my
so lit.
KRKs in the class. And for like, it was like 4 hours. They just like brought like, you know, little
That's
groups
sick.
of kids to come in. And I would just talk to them about being a producer and a DJ and
That's
making
sick.
music and all this shit. And so obviously I'm like, this is little kids, so I'm not gonna be fucking playing dubstep and shit. But because I wanted to play and like have them come fuck around with the controller. So I was like looking up all these TikTok songs and like I played a bunch of Marshmello and like, dude, they were going nuts, bro. I was playing Marshmello. They were, I think I played like Happier or something, and they were all singing and shit. And like all these TikTok songs. But it was cool. But that's like a real thing, dude. If you market on kids,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different type of revenue.
dumb
right
money,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
Bro, they're just sitting on YouTube all fucking day, every day, like after school. And kids, like when
During
you're a
school,
kid-
fam. What you mean?
yeah.
And you remember when you were a kid too, like how many times you would watch a movie just like on repeat,
Over. and
like
over.
literally
Yeah.
like hundreds of times. So
That's
the
them.
kids do that now with YouTube, and every
Yep.
time they play that shit on YouTube, it's like, ching, like give me some fucking royalties.
So it's safe to say, this is a question for everyone. It's safe to say Marshmello was an introduction to the majority of the children that like are listening to like EDM now. Because I can't think of
Yeah.
anyone else that like has tapped into the like young
Not,
people
like,
market.
As young as he's
Like,
hitting.
yeah, right.
Not as young as he's
Yeah, in
hitting.
a sense, because like I mean, I was a kid like liking Deadmau5. Like,
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
that too.
so like,
But how young?
But I was like in middle school. I was
Yeah,
in middle
middle
school like
school.
you.
Yeah.
yeah.
But these
Like,
are elementary
he's
kids.
hitting-
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you're right.
hitting like young as fuck.
Like even close
Dude,
to
he's in
kindergarten.
Fortnite, bro. Like,
Yeah, like
yeah, you're right.
so. I mean, I'm just that's crazy to me because like I don't know. Some people are saying like, damn, do you got into dance music kind of young? But I'm starting to think about like, nah, Marshmello kind of took the opportunity to like put the young children on
Yeah.
game on that, like
yeah.
on what he was
Well,
doing.
too,
and-
like we didn't even have that opportunity though.
We didn't
I
have
was
the
gonna
say that.
devices and stuff
Like,
to
'cause
even
it
look
was-
at.
Technology
yeah,
is
'cause, like-
so advanced nowadays,
Yeah.
but still, like, yeah.
Because EDM was definitely around like
Facts.
by the 90s for sure. So when we were all like kids, it was there. But
I'm trying to think, like, even video game wise, what's like the closest music we got in video games that are EDM? I can't even.
I mean, if you want to get technical, like N64 type shit, that was actually all MIDI.
okay, yeah. I see where you're getting at.
Yeah,
I see where you're getting
like,
at.
did you know that like those old consoles, they basically
Yeah,
like
those are synthesizers. And
yeah,
stuff
they
like
have
that.
synths built into them. That's
Yeah.
why you can find all the MIDI files online, like any like N64, NES, like any of that shit.
8-bit
Another
sounding.
another
Yeah.
plug for y'all.
True.
Google it. It's
Zach dropping bombs here.
yeah, dude. I'm about to start selling these secrets.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna sell a document.
Or just come to the Lose the Tempo
You can
podcast
sell
and
out,
watch
bro.
the
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
You feel me?
You know, now that we're talking about this, I think the first actual electronic dance music track I heard was Mortal Kombat theme song.
Mm.
Like, dun, 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 dun. Like that shit was
Yeah,
techno.
Yeah.
Like that was some techno shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess because like,
there you
like
go.
now I'm thinking about it, like
And it was because too, like, I mean, we like our parents for sure didn't want us fucking listening to that shit because they were like, this is drug rave
Yeah.
Word,
music.
yeah,
That
yeah.
image.
Because
yeah.
that was like when fucking like who wasn't it like Richard Nixon that was all about like the whole anti-rave shit.
I
Biden
don't
did
know.
too. Biden
Really?
made a whole like law, an anti-rave like act or some shit.
No way.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Shit, how have I not heard this?
yeah.
I haven't heard this.
Gas
And I know all the
prices
ravers
nowadays.
voted for his ass.
Right? I thought he
dude.
was cool. Tripping.
Nah, he just got dementia. We all
Yeah.
forgot.
If we could put any famous DJ as president and that we could trust, who would that person be?
Shit.
Skrillex.
Skrillex?
Yeah, yeah.
You think so?
I think I could trust Skrillex.
Skrillex.
President Sonny. I feel
I'll
What are
give
you
that
thinking,
to
Isaac?
I'll give that to Deadmau5.
Denmark.
I think Deadmau5 too much of a
Oh,
dick.
shit.
bro.
Nah, we'd be at war.
Yeah, I was about to say
We'd
we'd
be at war for
right
sure.
now.
You
What
thought
the-
Trump's
That-
Twitter
I'll-
was bad,
Yeah,
bro?
nah.
I've seen videos. I don't think.
Deadmau5.
I mean, shout out Deadmau5 respect, but this was got a temper for sure. Like,
Bro, there was a
Oh my
whole like
God.
era where he was just going ham on Twitter at people, bro.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
like
I loved
in.
it.
I was like, all right, Deadmau5, chill the fuck out. Like you're going in on some cool people now.
Yeah.
Marshmello for president.
Oh,
Fuck it.
Marshmello could be
Fuck
president.
it.
Yeah.
.com,
Dot
you
com
know,
for
.com.
president.
That wouldn't be such a bad world.
Borgor for president.
Hey.
Damn.
That
Borgor.
would be lit.
A U.S. president. All right.
America go
president?
ratchet.
That would be lit.
Fuck it. Two parties. Like, we just like remove the Republicans and Democrats. We just created two new parties. House heads, headbangers and shit.
Glovers and shufflers.
We do.
True.
We out here though.
That's a big responsibility, though, dude. President.
I mean, I think if the president could double chop, I think we're good. Like,
Decision for president.
that's a pretty. I
Excision
mean,
would be a good-
business oriented,
I believe it. I believe
safety
it.
for he's been always about safety. He throws his own
True.
events,
He's about
so
his people.
he knows
True.
he knows a lot about safety. Cares about the people, cares
And-
about
And you've seen his graphics. I'm pretty sure he knows what to do. Like if a war happens and
True.
stuff, you know. Like I think
Just a giant
Technology.
kitty robot tank.
facts. Like, I think we'd be all right. I think we'd be.
Yeah,
all
like
right.
I'm starting to think about it. Like our military equipment, like we wouldn't be using a lot of ammo. Just a lot of robot like
his VP would be
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs. I feel you. I
This
think
is
you'd be
true.
straight.
And we just start using dinosaurs for like military combat and shit. So
That'd be lit.
Every
We
time.
just hit them with like 200 decibels of bass and fucking just kill all of them.
Damn, just make them all go death. Bro.
Just roll up with a giant PK sound system.
That'd be fucking
Damn,
Oh
fool.
man, dude.
that's that's one way to go out though. Hey, that'd be one way to go out for sure.
I mean, I accept it every time I go to an Excision show. I'm like, if I die here, I'm fine.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. If I were to die anywhere, it'd be
Die
just
on
a
the
place like
base.
that.
But
Yeah.
strictly from bass.
True. True.
Some
Fuck with
parts.
that.
That's the only way I'm trying to go out.
True.
I remember whenever before Dad Sick was canceled, I went to I forget what show it was. He had like this big like eyeball or I think it was like a Vortex store. It might have been called. Dude, this dude had like when I've seen Excision, his bass set like his sound system setup is always like obviously behind the rails and then it's like a long stretch. But when I seen Dad Sick and I seen him in like Virginia or something like Norfolk, he had a fucking stack of subs. And it was like 24 subs stacked. And there was no barricade. Like you could fucking walk up and touch them.
Oh,
That's
shit.
fire.
Dude, me and my homie, like, I mean, this was whenever I was probably like 19, 20 years old. Me and my homie were fucking standing in front of it. There was a whole gaggle of fucking people there. Chick's hair was like it was crazy, dude. And that was probably like, I mean, I think the Excision events that I've been to have been for sure the loudest bass, but I think that was the most intense that I've ever like felt or witnessed.
Okay.
And that was PK sound too. But it was like, dog, I've never seen like Chick's hair fucking.
Biggest sound.
And
would
you
do
had
that.
Wooks there with fucking Pashmina's
Pashminas.
just like right
That's
over
all
this
blown
shit,
out.
dog. Like it was
That's
crazy.
funny.
Yeah, some fool flying a kite and shit.
Yeah,
What
it
the
was
fuck?
crazy
You
as
do that?
hell.
Fucking dead. That sounds
Oh.
wild.
No, PK sounds. If you have not experienced the PK sound system, you gotta do it. Like if you
It's
know
an
of a
experience.
concert, you know of a show, you know of a venue that has that system.
It's a dope
Mhm.
Yeah,
experience.
definitely experience the level of sound because
Just go to
It's-
an Excision show.
you will feel the bass. You
Go
will
to an
feel
Excision show. That's they. Do you guys know what NAMM is?
Yeah.
I think we talked about
tech
this
show,
last
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever I went to NAMM the one year, I think this was in 2018 or 19. I think it was 2018. I went to like a PK demo and I met like they had the front of house engineers for Excision, Bass Nectar, and somebody else. And so I went to this demo. They demoed the fucking whole like top of the line newest shit.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me this. Yeah.
And then I was like chopping it up with their sound engineers, and they said like the Excision shows are like the pinnacle for PK.
Oh,
Like he's
shit.
like their number one.
That's
and
where
it's-
they
Yeah, and it's
debuted all
not
this
even
shit.
necessarily like financially. It's just the way that his shows are in terms of sound. Because you have to imagine too, dude. Like these people are fucking nerds about this stuff. Like the
Yeah.
people who are really like engineering the equipment, like they're fucking nerds for it. So for somebody to like Excision, that's gonna like, that music is testing the absolute like full potential of those things.
And it sounds nice as hell.
Yeah, it's clean as fuck. I mean, everybody knows, like, if you go to his show, like, when he comes on and they actually, like, turn the system on the full way, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because you think the whole show, like, oh, it's rocking, like, this is sick, because it's already the best sound you've ever heard. And then he comes on and it's like, now they turn it on and you get, like, full fucking however many 100,000 of watts they want to bring that tour.
Now he puts him in his whole festival now. So
Yeah.
just imagine that experience.
I have a question for y'all. So, like, with these type of shows, the bigger shows, when there's like bigger production involved, especially lights and audio, how do you feel about when the sound kind of gradually increases louder throughout like the opener all the way up to like the headliner? Like let's say
Yeah.
you're one of the support slots, and like you're finding out that this volume is not as loud as it could be, and they're saving it for the headliner. Like, would you personally feel some type of way, or would you like look at it from the perspective of production and be like, oh, like I see what they're doing. They're just not trying to like blast the volume as loud. I mean, I'm sure it's a
no,
bummer.
I
yeah,
get what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm sure it's
I
a
see
bummer for sure.
100%. Yeah, I mean, from like the perspective of like understanding why they do it, it makes sense. Personal
In the
perspective,
moment,
I want that shit cranked.
rock that shit.
Yeah.
If
I
I
want that
pull
shit
up
cranked.
to a show and you just crank it the whole time, like if it sounds good, like obviously, because if you go to a show and the fucking sound sucks, it's the worst. But yeah, I'd be about full volume the whole time.
Yeah.
Do you ever
Yeah.
feel like you're playing a track and you're like, damn, this track doesn't slap at low volume. This track only slaps at high
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely. I feel like there's definitely a shitload of tracks. I have
Yeah,
that,
just like Zach said, like I would be understanding, of course, but no, I want that cranked.
No, for sure be a bummer.
Yeah.
Like, damn, hell
I
no.
want
Like,
that
put me on
cranked.
excision level. What the fuck?
Like, I wanna
Yeah,
put-
well, that's the thing too. Like, if you look, like, if we think about an Excision show, like, I mean, they market that. Like, they market the fucking 250,000 watts of PK sound, and then when you think about it, you go to the show and you only get an hour of that.
That's true.
that's a good
But I
perspective.
wonder,
False
like,
advertising?
No, I wonder, like,
But, like,
safety wise, like, is that
Yeah.
would that be good for your hearing for fucking
Exactly.
5 hours?
No, you know what? I'm actually kind of glad that they see it from that perspective too. Like, they're not trying to like damage people's ears, because given they could try to give out as much like ear protection as they can, but most of the time people
Yeah.
don't want to like wear that shit, and I think people should. I'm like pretty guilty at doing this. Like, I
I'm
can't
super
really
guilty.
do this. Like, I should start doing it though. Like wearing ear
Yeah,
protection when I go to
facts.
these festivals. Like, no,
I
doubt.
literally had this discussion yesterday with my friend.
I like it raw though. Like, fuck, it's just
Cody,
Exactly.
Cody, our homie, Koopas, he's like big on earplugs.
Yeah, love that
We
guy.
all should be.
Yeah, we should be.
Facts.
Especially, it's like gonna be our future, so we want to be able to hear for a long time.
huh?
I said we want.
Not yet.
That's
have-
me though, literally, bro.
They have
Literally, bro. Every time you tell me something, I'm like, huh? It's like what?
They have the acoustic earplugs too, where they look like headphones, but you just put them in, and then what it does is the sound that goes in, it just cuts out all the harsh frequencies,
Mhm.
and those are really cool to use.
Oh yeah,
too.
no, that's the ones that you should get for shows.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's basically like after you have them in for like 10 minutes, you can't even tell.
Yeah,
Because your ears work as like natural compressors.
yeah,
That's why when you walk out of a show that's like loud as fuck the whole time, it feels like muffled, like your sound is almost like this.
Yeah.
But that's why it's bad for your hearing if it's super loud for really long, because it is a muscle. So after a while, it can't like compress anymore, and then you're just getting like blasted in your fucking ear.
Science from milk.
Yep, that is real. That's a real thing.
Nah, true.
Shout out to Cochlea.
Facts. How we feeling? How you feeling, Robert?
Feeling good. But let's take a quick break, real quick, and then we'll get into EDM confessions.
Let's do it.
I'm about
I'm with
it.
it.
Let's do it.